Black people in England are currently running away and hiding from their white neighbors and friends. Let me explain. If you didn't know, England recently lost the finals, okay? And apparently there is a pattern and a trend that whenever England loses a big game like this or the finals or the Euros, they take it out on their black citizens. I mean, they beat them up, they jump them, they do all sorts of and so there's a funny but sad little trend on my For You page that's trending right now with black people from England basically showing them running away or like talking about hiding away from all the white people because they're scared they're gonna get jumped. And it's funny, haha, but not really because it's really sad when you think about it. But there's also a video that was pretty menacing of this dude recording a bunch of people singing. And he never showed us who was singing, but he kind of hinted at them being white and they were basically singing Samina Mina, it's time for Africa, that song. Given the context of what I just told you, it's kind of sinister. So that one was not funny at all. I was quite concerned, but the comments were like, haha, they do this every time and we're running away, we're hiding away. I know we understand that England is one of the biggest pillars of racism, so they do much more to antagonize the crowd by basically releasing press to the people, basically kind of hinting the blame towards the black soccer players. And this year, that's Saka. Saka is one of the players that came in the game at the last 25-minute mark, and basically he got blamed for the whole game being lost. And it's not the first time that a black athlete from one of these countries would talk about how they get brutalized or bullied or stuff like that. There's too much racial tension, yada, yada, yada. They're getting beat up, they're getting death threats, all of that. My question is, if this happens to you guys every time, why are you guys running away and not fighting back? Why was there no Underground Railroad meeting or something for you guys to retaliate against these people? Like, I'm not trying to make it an America thing, but this could not go down in America unless you're in like Vermont or like Oregon, like, you know, when the percentage of black people is like 0 to 1, because that makes sense. It's like 2 of you and then 24 white men. I get that. But the country is overpopulated with y'all. So why are you guys not fighting back? Why is every running away and hiding and nobody's throwing punches back? Somebody punches you at the bar, throw a chair like Montgomery. Somebody shanks you, shake them back. As far as I'm concerned, nobody's carrying a pew-pew, so the fight's fair. Maybe y'all need some tips from your brothers across the pond, okay? I know we have our differences, but call your boys in Chicago, call the boys in Miami, call the boys from the Bronx. Matter of fact, call anybody that works at a Waffle House and they'll tell you how to do it. Don't run away from these animals. Y'all better act like the savages that they think you are.
You mean to tell me black British people have ever fixed their mouths to talk about racial relations in America when they have to annually run away from white people who want to jump them because they lost a football game? Off with your heads!
Can't lie, that's the coldest chant I've heard in years. But anyhow, England lose on Sunday, it is game over for all of us. Our England citizenship as we know it is gone. Trust me, I want England to win, but anyhow we lose on Sunday, man, them just be safe out there because they're coming for.
So let me just get this straight. So from what I can understand, right, after a huge loss takes place in the UK, the majority there decide that they want to be angry, they want to rage out, they want to lash out. And the main people that they decide to do this to is somebody that does not look like them. As one person stated, one of the main things that they like to do is try to blame one of the players who just so happens to be melanated. And I find that to be very, very interesting that automatically the loss or the situation that takes place is put in such a way that it is placed on a person to make them fully 100% responsible for every single thing that has occurred in its entirety. Even though we're dealing with a team sport, it's not like we're dealing with two boxers here. That's, completely different. But even still, it makes no sense to try to lash out at people that had nothing to do with the situation. But yet, here we are. But then at the same time, I'm reminded of the fact that you have a lot of individuals in the UK who decide that they want to speak very harshly, negatively, when it deals with Black Americans. And, a lot of people tend to say that, hey, we don't really got nothing going here. We don't have any type of, history. We don't have anything established. They try to tell us our life story and where it is that we started from. Right. But the one thing that I can happen to say, and I'm going to say the exact same thing that the young lady stated earlier, that nothing like this would be able to stand in America. You're not going to decide that, hey, the Brewers, Oilers, whatever, went against the Red Wings, and because the Red Wings lost, you're going to have people that want to do whatever it is that they want to do to black people in Detroit. No, that's not going to be a thing that's going to stand. And even if it were to stand, it's not going to stand for long. I'm talking about less than 5 to 10 seconds. So I'm just trying to figure out, how is it possible that all of these melanated people who came from or ran from wherever it is that they decided to run from, such as Africa and other places, how is it possible that you can make it directly to the UK with all of the history, all of the heritage, all of the warrior blood that you have running and coursing through your veins, every single fiber and atom, every cell that you have? How is it possible that you can go to a whole nother land and you allow people to even think or even attempt to do these things without them having them think twice? I'm a little bit confused. And again, I'm just looking at the history of a lot of great African nations, the amount of warriors, the amount of kingdoms that are there, that were there, that history. And I'm just a little bit baffled and confused on how something like this would be able to pass. Just a little bit confused. I need a little bit more information on how this is even possible. Then you heard the one guy at the very end. He was like, hey, this is just what it is. And no, that just should not be it. There should not be a point of instance where you all are running out of fear because, some people lost the game. That sounds like a personal problem. It sounds like people that were betting above their mark. It sounds like people need to actually find some hobbies that have to do with them and not anybody else. It seems like you have a lot of people out here that need to, get a life, stop drinking. They need to, actually invest in themselves. But again, I'm just a talking head. I'm somebody from America speaking on an issue that has nothing to do with me. I have no history. I have no culture. I have nothing. So, I don't even know why realistically I'm even speaking on this, right? I need to go, learn my history and my culture. I need to, go find out and figure out a lot of things and, leave the warriors to their own battles and their own devices, I guess. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that's stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.